Hey, Julie here, and of course this is my friend Bailey, my good helper, always following me around the house and helping me with all my little jobs. Thanks Bailey, you're a darling. Guys, today on the Julie's Power of Simplicity channel, I'd like to add something which once again I'm very passionate about. You can tell I'm a passionate person, can't you? But today I wanted to talk to you about ways to reduce your use of plastics. We all know that plastics are a problem in our environment. They build up in dumps and landfill. They don't break down for decades. They sit in landfill. And so there's plenty of little tricks. You may not be able to wipe out plastic altogether. It's sort of part of life. But there are plenty of ways that you can reduce your use of plastics to help the environment. So I'm going to basically show you around my kitchen here and show you all the little tricks of things that I use to help reduce plastic. First of all, reduce your use of Glad wrap. Now I do have Glad wrap. It's in my third drawer and sometimes it's necessary for me to use. However, there are some things that you can do to reduce the use of it. So if you have some leftovers, instead of putting it in a bowl and covering it with Glad wrap, why not put it in a container, and that way you don't have to use the Glad wrap. Then you just keep reusing your container. So if you come over here and have a look in my fridge, you're going to see that there's very little in the way of Glad wrap on things. Instead, you can see containers with lids on them that are our leftovers that can just be reheated when needed. Secondly, I do also have some products which can be used as an alternative to Glad wrap. So in my Glad wrap drawer, I have these great little things. Now, you don't absolutely have to have these, but I bought these at a market, and they are just simply fabric impregnated with beeswax. And so, therefore, you can wrap them around your leftover apple or whatever, and they stick to themselves. In fact, they stick better than Glad wrap. So, you might like to look out for a place like this that sells these things. Now I'm going to put this link onto this clip down the bottom, but this was made by a company called Honeybee Wrap, and she's got a website, www.honeybeewrap.com.au, and I'm sure that you could very easily order from anywhere in the world. So I think these are awesome. I was so excited when I found these at the markets. So I actually have 4 different sizes. I have my little one, then the next size up, the next size up again, and the big sucker. So this one is if you've got a really big bowl of salad or whatever that you're trying to save, then you can use these instead of Glad wrap. Love them. Right, next thing is Snap-Lock bags. Yeah, I have a box of Snap-Lock bags in my cupboard, but since I've been using plastic saving practices, I can make a box like this last for a year easily because I reuse them. Now, it's not that hard to do. Like, once again, I use my containers where necessary, but sometimes it's just, you just need a Snap-Lock bag, especially when you're going camping or something. They're just fantastic in the esky because they don't let anything in, any moisture in or whatever, and they're nice and compact. So Snap-Locks, they have their place, but why not wash them? So here you'll see in my drainer, sitting over my drainer, I've got a Snap-Lock bag that's just been rinsed out because the thing that was in it wasn't terribly dirty, and it's just drying there, and then I'll just put it back in the box and reuse it. Or why not turn them inside out, stick them in the washing machine, wash them with your load, doesn't take any extra time, hang them on the line, and then they're there to use again. Why do we keep having to throw our plastics in the rubbish bin? Really? It's not necessary. I also don't use terribly many normal plastic bags either. So instead, yeah, you can see in the cupboard here, I do have a container of plastic bags. I do have some of them, which once again, I wash. So when I've finished with one, I either just dry it out and put it back and reuse it, or I stick it in the washing machine. But generally, when I go shopping, the best thing is to have the reusable shopping bags. You just need to get into the habit of packing these every time you're going shopping. So we've all seen these at the supermarket. You have to invest a little bit of money to start with. They're a couple of dollars each to buy. But, you know, I have a couple that are your fridgy type of bags that would be for your meats and things like that. And then quite a few just of the normal ones. And I just store them in the cupboard for when I go shopping. I also have a couple of bags that I keep in my handbag just in case I'm out and about and I haven't taken these with me and I want to pick up something in the shops. I say no to plastic bags. When this person says, would you like that in a plastic bag? I say no, I've got my own bag, and it's very easy. Also, I've ordered these things. Actually, a lot of them are in the wash at the moment, so this is usually stuffed full. But these are fantastic little things. And I just keep it like clipped on to the outside of my shopping bag. And it's a little sachet of drawstring organza bags. And that's for when you go fruit and veggie shopping. You can put your apples, broccoli, whatever, straight in here. And then that goes straight into your fridge and keeps your stuff nice and fresh in your crisper drawer. And you can use these over and over and over again. And when they do get a little bit dirty, I just throw them in the washing machine and hang them on the line and they're ready again for next time. So I love those things. Now they have been put out by a company called Onya. O-N-Y-A. Onya. So if you Google Onya, you'll be able to buy some of these. They weren't terribly expensive and I think they are absolutely amazing. What else do I do to save plastic? That's probably about it for now. I do try to store lots of things in Tupperware containers. I think Tupperware is a fantastic way to save plastic. So just go to that little bit of trouble of thinking ahead, of reusing things where possible, of taking your shopping bags with you, of washing things and using them again. It's not that much effort, and think about all that plastic that's not being thrown into landfill. Oh, a really big one. Of course, how could I forget this? This is really a big one. I don't use garbage bags in my rubbish bin. Some people go, oh, weird. But look, how many rubbish bags just get chucked into landfill all the time? So instead, I'll just show you over here. I do own garbage bags, but I just hardly ever use them. So if you can see in my rubbish bin,